Okay, guys, let's go over the 4-4-2 build out. We've had the most success with the 4-4-2 this year, so we're going to play that. So I'm going to go over some ways we're going to build out. So this requires us to follow these directions on the build out. So we're going to talk about a rotation. But first, let's talk about where we want the 6 and 8. We want to be wide with the 7, the 11, okay, so note that. We want to be high with the 9 and 10. But our 6 and 8, we need to be beyond their direct opponents. And the reason for that is we still want the option to go long. Even though we're going to try to build out at the back, if we don't like what we see, for whatever reason, we can dump the ball. All our goalie has to do is clear their 6 and 8, and you can see this 4v2 right here. Okay, so that's our keeper needs to take note that there's your option there. So 6 and 8, 9, 10, you need to remind the 6 and 8, hey man, get up here. Let's go. All right? And this is where the communication comes in. Everybody knows what everyone else's job is. Quick story, Kevin De Bruyne, one of the reasons he's a great player is they say that not only does he know his job, but he studies all the jobs of all the other players. So he knows where everyone is supposed to be at any given time. That makes him one of the greatest players in the world. So now let's look at the rotation we're looking for. The rotation, I'm going to show you it without the defensive pieces first. It's going to be, let's start with him up here. He's going to start high and wide. It's going to be a check-in, and then the 10 is going to come across. Very simple rotation. Okay? 7 is going to check in, clear the space, and the 10 is going to go over. And then we're going to look at how the defense may react to that. Okay? So, ball gets played to the 5. He will be pressed by the 9. No worries. You've done this thousands of times in your soccer career. And then the ball gets played out to the 2. This is all normal stuff, right? As the ball is getting played to the 2, this is where we're going to do the rotation. As the ball is being transmitted, 7 needs to check down. So as the ball is in transmission, 7 needs to check down. At that moment, we've put a constraint or a decision on the 3. Does he follow? Let's say at first, he won't follow. Okay? So the 10 can make a run across. Either way, the 10's making the run across. He receives. Okay? The 2 now can play directly over for the 10, or you can just play to the 7. This moment, I don't mind playing to the 7, right? Because now, if he plays to the 7, now we have a 2v1. The 7 can drive, but also he can see how the 3 reacts. If the 3 steps to him, he's dead, right? Chip the ball over. Whatever you have to do to not allow the 3 to deflect it, guys. This is why an air ball, he has no chance, right? But if you can send it down the line, that's fine. Or get it directly to him, fine. But an air ball has no chance, all right? And now the 10 is off to the races. Because the 5 at first, guaranteed he's going to be late. He's going to be late to cover this. He's going to be late to follow the 10 at the early stages of the game. Okay? So let's look at a couple variations of what they will do. But the read is this 3 and the 5. That's the read. The 11 is going to always do the same damn thing. 9 is always going to do the same damn thing. They're going to come at you. These are some of the worst defenders on the pitch. They're the opposition forwards. They're not defensive specialists. Okay? So they're just going to come at you. No worries. He's going to come at you. He's going to take away the middle, and that's why we're not necessarily right now looking to go to the middle anyway. If their 6 was here, it wouldn't really matter, would it? Because they're going to cover shadow him. Even a bad defender just coming from the inside is going to automatically have a cover shadow on our guy. All right, so we might as well keep the 6 high, which is what we're going to do right now. Okay? So at this point, as the ball is being transmitted, if we do this, and the 3 follows this time, because after we beat them over the head a couple times with the 2 receiving and just playing to the 7 and having this 2v1, if the 10 gets over quick enough, they're not going to like that. They're going to adjust. Okay, so as the ball is being transmitted, they're going to follow. And now the 10 is literally going to be There. Look at this. This ball has to be played over into the space for the 10. Then phase 3. What will happen is, as the ball is being transmitted and we're making this run, the 5 is going to get yelled at by their other players. He's going to follow the run. Okay? He's going to follow the run. This is where it gets advanced. Okay? The 2 receives. He's going to get closed down. Okay? This is where the 6 will make a... we could still, if we wanted to, play into there if we don't like what we see. Okay? But this is where it gets advanced. But this won't happen until later in the game. The 6 would have to make a sharp cut from behind his direct opponent. Sharp cut in. Okay, at the exact moment the ball is being transmitted. And the 7 would bounce the ball into the 6, who now can more easily play a ball into the 10 or into the 9, making a run. Okay? The other option is, if they follow, the 2 needs to recognize early because you got to send a long ball. Look at this up here, gentlemen. Look at this. This is a 3v1. This ball, now I don't mind a ball launched, right? Just launch the ball because our 10 drew away their center back. Because if he didn't, then this is the play, right? If he does, we have a 3v1, right? Versus their 4. You need that. Our 2 needs to launch that ball into this space. Basically just hit it beyond the 5. The 5's running this way. Just hit it beyond him. And you don't want to hit it here. All right? You want to hit it into that space. And we are off to the races. Okay? So those are like 3 phases that we would go through.